Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and Iron Man here from the Block Runner MetaZone, Rovi and MScribe, and today we're going to be talking about Ordinal Takeover.
Sure are. A little sprinkle of some runes action as well.
Yeah, some hopium.
Which, I mean, runes classified not ordinals, but still ordinals, right? In a sense.
Yeah.
It's all Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's one big family with many different children, I guess.
Yeah.
Different.
There are all kinds of children, dude.
Different branches. Yeah, you can be.
Yeah, you can be a grandchild.
Right.
Yeah, you can be a child.
Yeah. So we haven't talked about runes in a while, but we will in a second. But I think the real focus of the topic of discussion is, you know, here we are, October 10th-ish. Right? It's October 10th. And we have these conversations of what was going on last cycle around this time, right? And, you know, there's a lot of parallels, but also a lot of, like, major differences.
Yeah, last cycle in October, that's when
Bitcoin was going, like, mega ham around this time.
Broke all-time highs.
Yeah, basically, like, right around this time.
Yeah.
So, but if you look at the Bitcoin charts right now, we've been, like, on a 6-month crab.
Yeah.
Like, literally just...
More than that, like 8 months.
Yeah, just teetering between 70 and, like, 50.
Yeah.
Right? So... people are waiting and anticipating this like major breakout, right? Because the other option is of breakdown. That's like the end of everything, right? So that's not going to happen.
It is the end of everything.
Yeah, if Bitcoin breaks down from this 8-month accumulation phase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
hasn't happened before, so that would break literally all the rules, all the expectations. So unlikely event. So the expectation is at some point Bitcoin's going to break out and enter its like new price discovery mode, therefore kickstarting the official bull cycle. So now it's like, all right, what are the things, right? What are the new things this cycle to pay attention to?
Yeah, so this is a good segue to kind of read this tweet. So from Vombat, he says, my rant about crypto right now feels like October 2020 right now, and meme coins are the DeFi of 2020. We have not seen what is the NFT mania of 2021 equivalent yet, and when it does happen sometime next year, it will melt faces just like NFT bull did all those years ago.
Yeah.
So meme coins is pretty much the same as DeFi shitcoins that were all over BSC and ETH back in 2020. Some people will make out like kings and meme coin profits and throw it into the next thing to show off their winnings.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will make out, meme coins will continue to be that thing whenever that thing comes along, but the big gains will be people that play the next thing out smart. Keep an eye on what can potentially be the next NFT style play, and blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, ordinals are probably the thing that wins.
So it's interesting to draw that parallel because, yeah, around this time last cycle, DeFi came and went, right? It was a summer phenomenon. You know, it took many years for it to actually construct, but the tokenization of these DeFi primitives and stuff, it happened in summer of 2020, right? And
that's right.
It was quite the mania, all the food token thing. Everybody was like doing like 20,000 million% APYs and stuff like that.
That's the smallest one too.
Yeah, these yield farms would basically come and die within like a day or two.
Yeah,
it was very interesting, very degenerate, very weird.
Yeah, I happened to skip over probably the most important line here. It says the next thing probably already exists but hasn't ballooned yet, and probably just a small hardcore group of nerds using it.
Exactly. That's kind of the point of that we wanted to like bring out here. So memes, yeah, everybody knows about memes. Celebrities piled in already.
Yeah, mother.
Yeah, I mean,
you like that, TJ?
That's my favorite.
It's a good one. It's definitely a goodie, right? So there's been all kinds of memes, multi-billion-dollar memes already established.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
similar to like in DeFi, there are multi-billion-dollar protocol tokens that emerge from that era, right? So I get the parallel. So, but what he's saying is the real thing that really blew everyone's faces away last cycle was the NFT market, right?
Yeah.
Which, so if memes is the DeFi correlation, then yeah, what is the NFT of what we're expecting next year, essentially, right?
Yeah.
So ordinals, that has been our thesis for a couple years now.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, without any like market evidence, you know, we were just. This seems like the most likely candidate as far as like a market vector that's going to.
Yeah, and it still is.
It still is. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing has really emerged to kind of like take over that.
The only like dark horse is BitTensor launching tokens that represent their subnets.
Right. So basically kind of like DeFi, right? The tokenization of AI, like generative protocols, I guess,
Yeah.
that are
Because
Web3 native.
in 2020 we covered DeFi in its early days, and all these like DeFi protocols didn't have a single token, and we're like, what is one to do with this? And then we got into the metaverse, and then they launched tokens, and then you had the mania
explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of understanding how the market works, right? These innovations are important, the technicals are important, but if you do not apply them in a way where the actual participants of the market can actually do what they do, essentially speculate. And if you got to design things that enable this speculation to occur, but still contribute to your ecosystem, whatever it is, however it's designed at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
That is what the Web3 market has been and probably will be for a while, right? So you're right. The AI sector has that potential,
right,
for sure.
So continuing on, if you go look at mempool.space, you see the fees are kind of high today.
Just a tad higher than usual.
Just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And so we've essentially seen like a 10x in terms of fee overnight, basically, roughly.
Yeah.
And it's because of RUNES. The volumes are all-time highs at the moment.
Yeah. I think the memery is like catching on, dude. So specifically, I think there's a culprit here, the $1 billion cat.
Yeah, here we go.
So I think we've mentioned it before on the podcast earlier on during so this is an interesting meme just because this is like the first meme that I've seen personally, like from inception to to where it is now. Other than, I guess, Dog. We watched Dog essentially be birthed, but it definitely didn't have like this organic feel to it because it entered the market like super overvalued.
Mm-hmm.
This is like one of those historic memes, right, that everybody talks about, where it was literally like nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
Doesn't really have like this major figurehead to it.
Right.
Very community and organic and stuff. Like, this is the type of stuff you would expect from a meme, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone here who bought $1 billion cat is now up on their investment. So all-time highs for everyone.
So yeah, this is potentially, if this continues on, I mean, maybe Casey built the perfect Rune casino after all. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so it's finally happened. $1 billion cat has flipped dog volume for the first time since Runes land started. Yeah, so it surpassed dog. Congrats, guys.
Do you have no thoughts on this at all, dude? Come on, dude. Give me something, dude. Memes.
Number is higher than the other.
Okay.
Good job.
That's it?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Really in-depth analyses here.
There's not a whole lot of depth there, dude.
There isn't?
I don't know. I don't think so. Other than it's organic versus a figurehead. I mean, that I find that pretty interesting.
But there just has nothing to say as far as like the legitimacy of Runes playing into the overall market, like memes in general as a category of assets. Like, nothing, dude. Come on.
I think memes is obviously a category. I just don't know how much more there is to say beyond that, other than like trying to figure out some social metrics associated to like the potential of a meme. Right? I think that would be interesting to kind of find.
Well, it's definitely not like completely like holder count based, right? Because we've seen
that's right.
Other tokens with much more massive holder base, right? But
doesn't $1 billion cat like have like 10,000 holders?
Like 9 or 10,000, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that big.
Dog has more than like
around
a couple times more than that.
I want to say 80 to 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that tells you something, right?
Yeah. Whatever that social metric is that you just said, it's not necessarily like holder count based. It's like, it's purely activity. It's like an energy formula.
Social activity, like real-time social activity.
Yeah. So how these things manifest is actually something interesting, right? Because you can't really engineer this. Like, it really does become like I don't know, like this takes life of its own somehow, some way. I don't know if it's like a collective effort of influencers. Not really, right? I don't think there's any major influencers shilling this thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean about like you can't really predict this.
Yeah.
And how do you? The only way to like to speculate in this sector is just to take some money and just like divvy it up, and then just like that's it. Like that's how you do it.
Yeah. So if this is then if that original post is right, memes are the DeFi of this cycle, that would imply like there isn't like a meme super cycle on the horizon. It already kind of happened, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think retail has like fully entered the market yet.
Yeah, but retail never really got into DeFi either.
That's a good point. Yes.
But this is much more retail friendly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe what we've seen in the meme space was actually just like a
Precursor.
teaser
Yeah, exactly.
to something bigger. I think it's possible. You know, I'm not going to throw memes completely under the bus.
Well, I mean, just
I mean-
depends. Depends on your strategy. Like, unless if you're a gambler, then yeah, I mean, why not?
Okay. All right. Moving on.
All right. We just published, this is from Track, our TAP protocol smart contract boilerplate on GitHub. The boilerplate utilizes ICP and allows developers to create smart contract functionality for the TAP protocol. Finally.
Yeah, man.
So we've been talking about this for not that long. I mean, it's funny. Benny was like, hey, this is cool. And it's like, it's ready. Like, it's like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, it was like 2 months ago when we started interviewing members of the ICP community, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of explain, like, how is this integration actually going to go down? So, yeah, they're leveraging Azel. So, shout out.
Jordan last.
Yeah, so everything's coming into place, into fruition, to where now we have, you know, this smart contract ability within the TAP ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
So it's a big deal. So speaking of TAP,
Yeah, we got some website updates here, dude.
yeah, let's take a look at this.
So TAP protocol, Bitcoin native smart contracts on layer 1. And I recognize that somewhere, dude. I don't know where, but
Yeah, so we're obviously very excited about this news, right? Because we get to leverage this stuff, right? And all the things that we've been building. We've already been leveraging TAP to its fullest.
yeah.
Because we've understood from like as early as Benny, right? Ordinals are great. It's actually a fantastic thing to be able to inscribe new data onto Bitcoin and such. But,
Yeah.
you know, in order to take it to like another realm of value beyond just like meme coins and such, we need to added functionalities.
Exactly.
Right? That's what TAP enabled. And now with smart contracts, we could take this basically in any direction we want, right?
Yeah. This is going to support the economic layer of the metaverse.
Yeah, that's what our utilization of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so if you go through the website, they talk about digital matter theory and its support through the TAP protocol. Most important thing here, I like seeing TypeScript and JavaScript
How come, dude?
because smart contracts in these languages means almost any developer can push these out.
That's true. Yeah, that is a super powerful thing. We're already seeing that with the NATRIX deployment because MML is essentially like the same. Well, it's HTML and JavaScript based, right?
Yeah.
And people are like reporting back to us like, dude, this is so easy to like create this.
Yeah, and there's tons of people who've created like how-to guides, and it's very simple.
Yeah, so I'd imagine building out smart contracts it's going to be pretty cake these days.
Yeah.
Right? So.
All right, moving on. Bitminer from Foxy, they're going live, and you can start extracting in the Bitverse. And so here we are. This is Benny actually activating his Bitminer.
Yeah, dude. We finally get our spectacles on our Lord and Savior, dude.
Yeah.
On Benny the Goat, dude.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's like a ginormous man, 6'3". I don't know. I mean,
Congratulations, Benny.
yeah, dude. Fucking quite the unit, dude.
Some guys have it all.
I know, dude. Full package, dude. And here he is, like, actually cementing this moment in history.
Yeah.
With a push of a button, dude. He's activated the first Bitminer to actually start generating yield, essentially, from a UNAT.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucking cool. It's actually, like, we can't, I think, overstate that enough. Like, finally, these UNATs applications are becoming reality, right?
That's right. Yeah. All right, so let's continue on here. mscribe. So if you're interested in getting a Bitminer, the ability to mint is still open. So just go to this site and click on a square and get your Bitminer, and then you can deploy that on your Bitmap.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. So Boily here, we got Mango the Pug block drop to the Royals. And so this is what the art looks like. Not on chain yet. It's going to be on chain probably in a few more days, but yeah, the art is really cool.
Yeah. So we saw EV do the BOA block drop a couple weeks ago to the NatCat. So this is a community member of the Royals who decided to block drop to the Royals, right? So
yeah, so
this is I think King maybe be working on another block drop potentially.
Yeah, she's working on a block drop.
Okay. So yeah, this is the whole point, right? It's not just the founders of a collection who have access to expand that value of the collection by introducing new stuff, right? New assets, whatever.
Yeah.
Anybody can kind of jump in and use this mechanism of block dropping to basically direct the distribution of these assets to this collecting base, right? This collection.
Right. Yeah. And so Matthew, he has weekly DMT spaces every Wednesday. And so be sure to join that. We join as often as we can. And I think we've joined pretty much every single one.
There's one yesterday.
Yeah.
I think definitely, yeah, you guys should take a gander at listening to that one. It was community feedback, I guess, from recent events. We'll just leave it at that.
I wonder what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, I guess we're about to talk about it right now. So these are the recent events, right?
Yeah. So we have, I guess, a quick summary here. So the right way to decide which standard should be adopted for bitmap parcels is through consensus. You might ask, how do we do that without a governance system? It's simple. Let the market decide which one will be adopted. So what he's referring to here is we released the NATRIX, and the NATRIX uses a new parceling scheme that allows for a bitmap owner to delegate an authority to some other party to produce children inscriptions from their bitmap.
Correct.
And so the scheme allows for a pretty cost-efficient way for a bitmap owner to distribute these parcels without having to inscribe all of them to themselves and then airdrop and pay for all these fees to distribute those assets. So that's not conducive to actually getting the metaverse out there. So we developed a technology that allows this to be much easier and cost-effective.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much. And if you go back to that TAP page, that's one of the killer, it's one of the boxes of what TAP enables, right? Is efficient distribution mechanism. So you don't actually have to go back and look for it, but it's on that page. Maybe you can find it now. Right there, dude, bottom left, efficient asset distribution. So we're just leveraging TAP protocol for what it does, right? It makes things easier for developers, the whole ecosystem of Ordinals in general, right? So we've applied it to the Bitmap protocol essentially and demonstrated it through the NATRIX LDE, land distribution event, and it's exactly how it should. Yeah,
there's almost 700 parcels distributed already.
Yeah, so some people might not agree with the idea of even distributing bitmap parcels in the first place. Even Patoshi himself has said so. It's which is pretty odd.
It's part of the spec, which is weird.
Yeah, he literally inquired to us, why are we in such a rush to distribute parcels? I was like,
15 months after the blockout, dude.
Quite the rush, actually. Yeah. Why are you in such a rush to actually
build a metaverse?
Actually do something. Yeah. So we invited Patoshi to come discuss with us openly what it is that's so wrong about the idea of contributing something in an open development ecosystem, right?
Mm-hmm.
That pushes the ball forward for builders to actually do things like this, that the way the current frameworks exist do not support, right?
Correct.
I feel like that's a legitimate conversation that should be had.
Yeah, I totally agree. And from our perspective, there's tons of developers who have contributed to the design of DMT in a way where it's like we have Evie with NatCats. The whole UNAT scheme, that's was built around what he did.
Exactly.
Right? We have Beasting from Outer Studios. The whole avatar.
Building avatars.
Yeah, the whole avatar scheme is built around what he did.
Exactly.
As soon as you find something that works, your job is to support it.
Yes.
And that's what we do.
Yeah, you don't try and do everything yourself, right?
You can't do it.
Yeah, the whole point of building an ecosystem is having it open and decentralized so that the community can contribute to it.
That's right.
Right? If you're trying to be this figurehead that only my direction is the only direction, you've X out the term decentralization from the beginning.
That's right.
There is nothing decentralized about that.
Yeah.
Right? You're just trying to be an overlord, which you could do that, but the market most likely is not going to support that.
Yeah, that's right. All right, moving on. So finally, we have wearables. We have to share this one, dude.
Yeah.
So this one, core of one of our CTO built this. Basically, stayed up all night to kind of figure all this out, and he did it.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he's showing here is basically an interface that allows you to actually not only select your names, but the wearables that your, in this case, NatCat is donning here.
Yeah.
And so what you'll see here is eventually he gets to the crown, and I think we can eventually manipulate the location of the crown, or at least the user can. So it would be pretty cool. But what I wanted to show was, I think, one of our recent tweets. Oh, yeah. So Outer Studios update. We got a wearable for the block runner.
This is it?
This is it. It's just a black T-shirt.
Oh, my God.
with the NATRIX on there that says valid parcels.
Dude, this is the best wearable we could have made.
Yeah.
So how are we going to distribute this bad boy? I guess we don't know yet, but details will come soon.
Yeah, that's right.
Hell yeah, dude. I can't wait
Yeah,
to wear my Block Runner valid parcel T-shirt on my valid parcel of my Bitmap. Yeah, dude.
In the NATRIX.
Isn't the metaverse great?
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Isn't like a decentralized open metaverse standard like Bitmap great so that builders can actually do things?
Yeah, I feel like that's the way that we should do it.
Couldn't agree more. But yeah, so free markets, guys. If you guys need like an example of how free markets operate, this is exactly a showcase of it. You don't need to go actually like study anything. We're showing you in real time.
By the way, this entire process from 5 years ago has been documented, historical reference for everything that we've said. So if there's there's like a historical disagreement, you could go back and watch everything unfold in real time practically.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all there.
You mean there's a video archive of all of this?
That's right.
Wow.
It's on YouTube. You might have heard of that.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, we'll talk more about this stuff on our podcast that we're going to be posted on Saturday. Because, you guys are asking. It's like, give us more objective, like, parcel this, parcel that. Or, yeah, sure. Let's talk about that and more updates about the NATRIX and just overall, what are our anticipations, like expectation of this market cycle? Because I feel like crunch time is approaching for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely, you can feel the energy, dude.
Yeah, like I'm seeing like projects from last cycle that are starting to unveil like their games and
their
such.
products, yeah.
Yeah, like they've been building quietly for a couple years, right? During the bear.
Yeah. By the way, we saw Decentraland's update. Looks great.
Decentraland
fantastic.
Update. Yeah, exactly. There's some other like some big metaverse projects that have been, developing, right? So
yeah,
I feel it. I feel the energy coming into the market. Like people are starting to like put their foot in and like, they're puff their call that?
Their chest?
Puff their chest a bit, right?
Yeah.
They're posturing, that's what it is. So
they're peacocking.
Peacocking, there you go. Putting out their most beautiful feathers, dude. It's like, look at me, dude, I'm here. Bull market time, dude. So I think things are going to shift here pretty drastically soon.
Yeah.
Within the next, 30 to 90 days, I would say. We're going to see, a fucking God candle on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to cause it. But that's kind of the whole point.
BlackRock, dude, obviously.
Well, it definitely wasn't that documentary they released.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, dude.
All right, that's it for us. If you have any questions about anything, let us know in the comment section below. I appreciate you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.